Cool.
I realized I forgot to record an intro for this one. We're taking the remnants of crank bolt. It snapped out of my crank.
That's what she
This
said.
is halfway. Oh, she cranking on my bolt till I snap it in half inside the crankshaft. We're fixing Toni, hopefully. Either that or totaling her. One of the two. Ladies, gentlemen, and those whose genders are best represented by 90s aggressive remote control toy car ads. How we holding up? How we doing? Existing on the worst possible timeline. Staying hydrated. The vibes this week, it's like I'm really yearning to just buy maybe an enduro, a street bike, a late 80s street bike perhaps, or an enduro. A tight leather outfit, and a sidearm for personal protection. That's about where I'm at this week. I need to get Toni done so bad. I'm just gonna splice the sprocket, hammer down in so it splits and I can pull it off, and then I gotta make a bushing to drill into the crank bolt straight. And drill that out, and then hopefully put her back together with the mangled keyway and, you know, the usual Miata fix for when you have that. What is it, fucking Loctite 660 JP? Well, I don't know, something like that. Kit was like 2 days, two-day job, tops, you know? We'll be in, we'll be out, it'll go smooth. No, it didn't. No, it did not, babe. Safety glasses. Because even in a Mad Max dystopia, you only have two eyes. Safety glasses and hair tucked in so it doesn't get caught up in the dye grinder. I gotta cover the coolant outlet and also the top of the motor so I don't get dust in my motor. Kit was like, make sure you do that. And I'm like, oh, hun, this is not my first rodeo. All right, we're buttoned up. Time to get schleisen. What I need is a smaller cutting disc. What I do not have on hand is a smaller cutting disc, so I just fucking keep at it. Yeah, I need a smaller cutting disc. I nicked the front of the crank. It's fine. It'll never see the light of day again. So, it is what it is. But, ugh. So far, what I'm learning about Miata ownership is I really do not like Miata ownership so far. Yeah, I gouged the crank more. It's not like it fucking matters at this point. My keyway is ginormous. If that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. With a little bit of croil and a lot of wiggling and ruining this specific screwdriver, I think it's finally coming free. Holy hell. I wish I could just buy a puller for this, and I probably could have, knowing Kit. If I had asked her, she'd have been like, yeah, but they're so expensive. They're like $100. And I would have been like, babe, I'm losing many hours of my life. The $100 is worth it. Are we at this point?
We're definitely at that point. I got to that point with the MV.
I'm learning that Miata ownership is a lot like boat ownership. And the two happiest days with the Miata are the day you buy it and the day you sell it.
That's not true. You're just paying for the sins of previous mechanics right
This
now.
sucks. This sucks so bad.
Yep, you're paying for the sins of previous mechanics.
Ah.
This will go 130,000 miles after this.
Would you be mad if I traded it for a street bike or something?
Yeah.
I love Toni, but she does not love me. Holy fuck.
Nah, I've been through this with every Miata I've owned. You gotta deal with it.
You're a sick fuck, and you kept buying them?
Yeah.
You're a sick fuck.
I'll buy them and fix them because nobody does it right.
Godspeed.
If you notice, both Morris and the MB have been fine.
Well, Morris has a welded crank nose.
That's besides the point.
That wasn't you, but you
No.
still got it.
Yeah. And the NB I had to do twice.
I swear to God, if I get Toni back together and drive another 150 miles and something catastrophically goes wrong, that's it. Craigslist, marketplace, motorcycle. Why do I love shitty cars? They don't love me.
You'll love her once she's back together again.
Oh, sweetheart. You really gotta do better. Wait, I'll do a magically cure all bit. You know what that is? That's what I heard from my mother growing up. You have ADHD. You're not trying hard enough. Just buy a planner. Use the planner.
Okay, we'll get Toni a planner.
We're getting you a planner, motherfucker. And then you'll have trauma. I'm sitting here yelling at this car, like grunting. Like, come on, you whore. Why is this so tight? If you spoke to me in that manner, you know how fast I'd bust? Hello? There we go. Things have escalated.
Yeah, just hammer the blue chisel in to open it up.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee it's cracked now.
The vibration was helping me, though. And the car, yes. Yeah, see, it's just going back now. See?
Yeah, but now you got the blue chisel in there and you should be able to rotate it off.
Oh, thank fucking God.
See? I told you I know what I'm doing with this job. I told you I know exactly what I'm doing with this job.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times.
Yeah.
That one's significantly less magnetic.
There's the crack.
Yep.
God, that sucked. Oh my God.
Ta-da. Ooh, what a mess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see a puree of rust powder that was behind everything.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Be nice to her.
Toni is not being nice to me.
Well, it's not her fault. She was abused.
Hello. It's dark. It's so dark. Light? Light, perhaps, son? No.
Brave mode, sorry.
We were working on Toni about to drill out the crank bolt.
Yep, I was working on the lathe over there. Yeah, there's Toni.
And then
I was working on the lathe that's over there.
And then a transformer exploded up the street and we lost power. And Justin's here.
Hi, Justin.
He farted immediately after the lights went out.
Going on YouTube, right?
Oh, my fault.
My fault. The power went out and he went, I heard a boom. I farted.
Exposing me. Let me live.
Shouty, just chilling.
Anyway, we're gonna set up the generator and get back to work.
It's the Millennium Falcon of fucking houses.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go find some of the others.
Okay, I'm gonna put gas in the generator.
Yep. Thank you. A gas.
That was so good. I just opened the door with my foot. Yeah. We fill in. I don't know how to tell when it's full. It'll come out the top. Yoink. it.
No, it's not at all.
So we just had a foot of snow here. So a tree probably fell onto a power line. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, no, what probably happened is it probably shorted out a power line.
That too, one of them. And Justin was just saying.
My fault?
Oh,
What?
Justin was just saying how many stupid things we've pulled off in this garage.
There's an abnormal. They did the Honda Beat, front suspension on the Beetle. Helicoil on the Honda Fit.
Helicoil on the Honda Fit.
Guys are insane.
That was technically in the yard. We did that.
That was technically
That doesn't
in the
make
yard.
it better.
Yeah, helicoiling the spark plug hole in the head.
You guys are nuts.
Well, with it in the car.
It's just going to be running some lights.
It looks like tonight it's going to be drilling out a crank bolt with no power by candlelight.
Just as the founding fathers intended.
Can you run the lathe off the generator?
Yeah.
Kick
It doesn't feel that
ass.
much.
Just as the founding fathers intended.
Yeah, no, the lathe is going to run off the generator. We're going to have heat. We're going to have light.
We can work with this.
Yeah, no, we're fine. The only thing... No, we could run the lift off the generator. We'd have to turn everything but the lights off, but we couldn't even run the lift off the generator.
Cool.
My tummy's grumbling. I might have to fart again.
Go for it.
No, now
Do
I'm
it,
gun
do it,
shy.
do
Now
it,
I'm gun shy.
do it,
No, I'm
do
going.
it. It's fine.
There's your Sprite concoction.
It was not good. I tried to make double cherry lime, and it just feels like it's taking years off my life. We are running purely off a generator.
Ready?
The heat is also running, and the lights. Go for it.
The heat might get angry.
That is so cool. Justin has games on his phone. Kit is making pilot drilling bushings.
Yep.
So we got a straight drill in to Justin's butt. Into the crank.
Fuck.
What?
Ah,
What'd you
I think
do?
I just ruined it. I crashed the lathe.
No. How bad?
It might be recoverable on this one. Just means it's not going to be quite as nice as I'd like, but I think we'll be okay.
Oh no.
Basically, if it measures okay and it fits okay, we're good, but I cannot fix it if it does not.
Fair. But we need it for drilling out
Well, in
the
theory,
rest
it will
of
fit.
that crank bolt.
So what's the Allen key for?
That's it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Hopefully I got that. I couldn't see it all.
It's a bushing.
Yeah. Hopefully it's concentric.
It's a bushing.
No, it's concentric, because I didn't do any more machining after that.
Oh, okay.
Forbidden sprinkles.
The question is, does it
No,
fit?
don't eat them. So she just made this. And we have not test fitted it quite yet, because it just came off the lathe and she crashed the lathe, so we can't adjust the size. However, she's a good machinist, so it fits first try, like a glove. Nicely done, babe.
Yeah. Huh?
Nicely done, babe.
Yep. And it's got gears back here.
Justin is already trying to put this production way above my pay grade. I'm making it really fancy and adjusting all my camera settings. All I do is shit post. I don't know how to do any of this.
Okay, my fault.
I don't want to make that joke. That sounds racist. That's what happens when you hand an Asian a camera. Okay, bushing is in. I'm gonna attempt to drill it. It has cutting fluid on it. I moved the sway bar, which might be enough. I'm nervous. All right, fuck it.
You're going to have to clear chips really often.
I'm stopping to check. Do we have chips? Did I even get anywhere? Did it do anything? It's turning left. I don't think this is a left-hand drill bit.
It is not.
It's turning left.
Well, fix it.
I'm so tired. How do you change the, oh. There we go. I'm so good at car. You think I have power tools? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Pit stop.
My Italian heritage. Pit stop. Yeah, now we're doing something. Perhaps. Yeah, look at that. Chips. It's amazing what happens if you turn a drill bit the right way.
Okay, you'll have to push the bushing and pull the bushing out for your chips once they start building up.
Yeah, I was doing that. I swear.
I could spit on it for you.
Can you spit on it and then take two hands and sort of stroke up and down? Would that work? Would that be good for you?
I've been so touched with pride.
Same. Kit got her money up. She needs to get her money up, if you know what I mean. Chips. Yay!
Hello?
The face you just made. The face you just made was the one of like when you're in class with a strict teacher, but something funny happens, and you both sort of look at each other and go, you know.
So, like, do you expect the bolt to back out at some point?
I expect it to jump out and do a little dance. No, right now we're drilling a pilot hole.
Uh-huh.
And then we have to make that hole bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to use a giant left-hand drill bit and hope for the best. Make sense?
Well, so we're gonna drill it out to 1/4 inch, and then we got an intermediate size left-hand drill bit. And if it comes out with that, sweet. If it doesn't, we have a 12.5 millimeter left-hand drill bit that we're gonna have to cut down to fit in there, which is gonna be fun.
It's cold.
It is cold.
Kit's plugging in the lights to undo our generator solution from yesterday. I'm currently spending my life savings on Mercedes parts because on top of our other plans for needing Ben on the road, our plans for Ben needing to be on the road have doubled, which means, oh, hey, it's light. Which means
That's why we have all this.
I need to spend so much money making him reliably go long distances. So much money. More than my bank account amount of money.
How much does the,
I'm gonna be like $5,000 into parts.
I guess. How much does the, do the calipers cost, babe? How much are they a
A
piece?
single front caliper for a W126. Any guesses? Now is the time to put them down below in the comments so I can laugh at them. I'll wait. 3, 2, 1. $455 a caliper. $455. That's at cost. If you're a customer of my job watching this, they don't cost that much. They cost more. That's the perk I get for slaving away working on a classic Mercedes all day. Is I get to spend slightly less.
Only slightly.
Only slightly. I need this seal ring. It's just a little O-ring. It's for the speed sensor at the diff. I just need the O-ring. It's not there. Update. I Googled it. We're good. I got the part number. We're good.
Yeah. How'd you Google it?
I just Googled it. I said 126 diff sensor seal ring, and it said ABS sensor to differential seal ring. Mercedes part number. A word of advice when you're ordering a little itty bitty tiny seal ring that goes into a bore. I know it's $1.80 for itty bitty O-ring. Order 2 in case you mess up the first one. She turned the lathe on. You don't want to have a broken seal ring. You don't want it the rubber to break when you stick it in the bore, if you know what I mean. Okay, this reminded me Mercedes has a special tool that's literally just Mercedes condoms. Here's the part numbers. I've held these in my hand before. They're real. I promise you they're real. I don't know how safe they'd be. I wouldn't recommend using them for that. They're for electrical insulators. But they're real, god damn it. This is like machinist smut. This is... If we ever needed proof on how good of a machinist you are...
Well, it's still not the right size.
I mean...
Part of the drill bit's slightly bigger.
But check this out. Oh.
It springs back out.
Nicely done, babe. Left-hand drill bit to hopefully evacuate the crank bolt.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, I've made a Mercedes parts list. I am about to be another $1,200 poorer, and it only solves half of my problems. I still will need tires, a set of 5, and then front suspension, and then rear suspension, and then a fuel cell, some additional lighting, wiring, help. My Catholic is showing. You know what I went to go do?
Cross yourself?
I cross, rest in peace. I was raised Catholic. It's no longer. Because I was raised Catholic. You know, the only thing you do when you're raised Catholic is to not be Catholic anymore. When you find out all of the values you were taught were not is what actually is held by anyone involved in the Catholic Church. It's like Worf, you know, in the Klingon. That's a story for another time. Rest in peace to my bank account, or what is left of it. Okay, Mercedes parts order. Help. Help. Sits in. I like how my coworker working on a far more upscale 113 right now is like, you gotta pay to play. You know, a loss is never truly realized until it is sold. And I'm like, Ike, that is some Confucius ass shit, you know? Like, I stand by that. I vibe by that. So I'm gonna dump thousands of dollars into my 126 with terrible paint. So it'll drive like brand new for the things I have planned. And he's like, this is not at all what I meant. And I'm like, you're working on a, you know, Mercedes. You'll see your money. You'll see your return on investment. 113s, they're up there in value. I'm never going to see it. This is the same thing, my friend. He's like, no, it's not. It's not what I meant. A fully sorted 126, though. Like, they drive good, even worn, and then you go through and you sort all the suspension and the steering, and you drive it, and you're like, I may actually bust. This is so good. I just got back from peeing and cosmic brownie to this. What the fuck is happening? What are you doing? Why are you doing? Jesus. I'm gonna stand back. today is a different kind of cuck chair.
Yeah.
It's the machine work cuck chair. She just finished filing the drill bit down. And she goes, it's got a slight taper to it. I'm like, well, yeah, it's probably gonna if you do that. And she goes, about 5 thou across its length. And I'm like, the slightest of tapers. Like, what the fuck? They're doing it like that? She's pleased. Does it?
Plenty of space.
And we're not in line with the sway bar?
I mean, we might be, but we can just push that down out of the way.
Yeah. It's so cold. That's not the right drill bit. Where's the drill bit?
Yeah, it is.
No, that's the tiny one.
No, it's the 3/8.
Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah, that's the next step.
This is left hand? Yeah,
Yeah.
This is left hand. It's wrong.
Make sure to turn the drill the correct direction.
Right.
Which you managed to
left.
not do. Yeah, which you managed to not do with the right-handed drill bit.
Alright, I picked up the drill assuming it was gonna spin the right way because it's a drill.
No, drills go both ways. And I made another bushing for this one.
Just get it all over the car. It's like olive oil.
It is. Great. It's working fine for me.
Ooh, the steam, the smoke.
That's the tap magic.
It's magic. It makes metal disappear.
Let's check that.
Okay, where are we at?
You need more light?
There's not much bolt left.
No,
At all.
there shouldn't be.
Don't we have to go up another drill bit size?
Yep.
Oh god, we may hit thread.
Well, no, the idea is that drill bit is the size of the, is slightly smaller than the tap drill size. That's why we're using the bushings.
We're hoping it's just gonna pull it out.
Yep.
Yeah, we still got a little more to go. There's still a little bit of shoulder there. Yoink.
Hey. Sway bar.
Sway bar. Did it still do it?
No.
That was it.
There we go. Now we're through. Oh boy. But you want to look and see what you got?
Not much bolt. Where is the crank? There it is. That little gray lip before it's entirely abyss is bolt.
Yep.
That's all that's left of the original crank bolt.
Looks like another 1/16 of an inch on either side, which is exactly what we want.
It's terrifying. We're gonna go into that again. Oh no.
What?
We got another drill bit, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
It's another day again.
Hello.
It's time for the last giant drill bit. And Kit made a new bushing.
Barshing.
So we can hopefully drill straight into whatever's left.
Barshing.
Bushing.
Two.
Yeah, we did some drilling. And
Put it right up against the crank.
we're getting there. We're almost through already. Very nice.
Thanks.
What Kit just said was, we're about to break through the backside of the bolt. She's going to try it at a low speed without the bushing and see if we can get the rest of the bolt to spin out. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go with some speed. I don't think so.
Can you use it like a wrench?
Maybe. Sort of. I just spun the crankshaft, so.
Still that stuck, even with all that material gone?
Yeah.
Okay. So last pass has put us literally exactly at the top of the threads. Wow, it's really hard to make out here. I don't know if you can see, but there's just what's left of the bolt is in the thread. So I'm gonna try to clear out the first 2 threads, so hopefully we can run a tap and clear the rest of the threads out. And it might work.
It should work.
It maybe works.
But
So Kit
that
managed
should
to
be.
So Kit managed to get the first bit of thread out with a screwdriver. I was trying with picks. I did not manage it. So hopefully we can get the tap in there now. Maybe. It's probably gonna feel like hell.
Yep, 110%. It just threaded on the threads that are in there. There you go.
Oh, this is gonna be terrifying. There's so much material that has to come out.
Uh-huh.
That is it just gonna push it in more?
No. It'll peel it out.
I don't know if it will. It's so close. So I have run the tap through here. Now it feels like 100 times. I rounded one of Kit's shitty 12-point Craftsman sockets already trying to do this, and we had to put it on a wrench. And I'm like fingering it to clean out all the chips, and the sensation is not unlike that of a sandy, loose asshole.
Uh-huh.
It's taking a scary amount of force to get it to break the rest of the chips out, like the bolt. It's going though, it's just terrifying. Ooh, it's going quite nicely. Ooh, was that it?
You might be really close.
I'm so close right now.
I'd pull it out and clean it once more.
Yeah, I was seeing when it stopped being nice about it. Let's see what we got. All my hair is in my face. I really need a haircut. It's horrific. It's so bad. Good bit of schmutz.
Yeah.
Yum, crank bolt. Let's see. Oh, there's so many chips. It needs an enema.
I mean, that is the idea.
I feel like a
Crank bolt
surgeon.
thread.
Yeah. I feel like a surgeon right now.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's another sketchy repair from us. I'm tired of doing sketchy repairs.
Listen, you can either do sketchy repairs or you can do expensive repairs. Take your pick.
I like somewhere in between where it's done right and not sketchy. However,
There is really no in-between for this.
there is no in between for this. It's either this or new motor
Yeah.
or new crank.
That's where I was with
But
the-
Miata motors are like $2, so new motor.
They're not $2. The 1.8s, you're looking probably about 1,000 to
We
1,200.
have how many 1.6s here right now?
I know, but they're not 1.8s. They won't go in nicely.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of little differences that'll piss the ECU off.
Well, that's when it runs off a Megasquirt and I just, call it a day.
I guess.
The state of New Jersey is watching this. Stop.
Tap magic.
Like olive oil.
Not quite as good as the old version, but
Can you use
It'll
olive
work.
oil? If you're doing Italian car repairs, can you use olive oil?
yes.
Cool. That's a YouTube video right there. Like, who's the guy you watch that tests the tools?
Which one?
The guy who tests and compares all the tools.
Oh, the Project Form guy.
Yeah. We need to reach out to him and be like, can you test tap magic versus olive oil? I just really need to know. Hit me up for more fantastic video ideas. I can't wait for this car to be back together. If it breaks, I'm driving it straight off a pier. And if it breaks awful enough to not drive, I'm rolling it off a cliff. I love her, she does not love me. Well, unfortunately, this is not getting done tonight. Because all I have is shitty Craftsman 12 points, and they won't handle the torque of turning the tap. So they're not designed for that, no. So I guess tomorrow morning, run to work, grab the socket drivers for taps, because we have that at work.
That's handy.
Or I can Amazon one. And we'll try again. It's a new day. I'm doing more on this. And she's over there doing car audio stuff on the Fit. And she's like, it's minus 3 dB. It's the kilohertz and the Butterworth. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about, sweetheart? Like, I love you.
I'm talking about microfarads and dB per octave and kilohertz and Liquids Riley and Butterworth.
That sounds like a syrup. What is that?
First and second order. I'll tell you later.
I fixed the motor, no audio. I fixed a motor.
It's people's last names.
Did they also make a syrup?
No.
That's not Miss Butterworth.
No, I don't think so.
Damn. She was not a woman in STEM.
Not that I know of. Actually, I don't think she existed at all. They made her up.
Yeah, I figures.
They made up a black lady named Mrs. Butterworth.
This surprises me none.
No, exactly.
Everything is terrible. So I was thinking, I may have cleared enough of the rest of the threads of the old bolt out that it was sort of pushing, the tap was sort of pushing the rest back into the bottom of the crank there. And I just sent the tap in. And if this will fucking focus, oh my God, it came back out with this.
Nice.
Sweet. You want to say?
Yeah. Oh, hells yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's more in there still, but...
Hey, try the bolt again. Clean it out.
Well, I'm going to see if the tap goes in further. Let me put this piece down here because it's cool as hell. Yeah, look at that. We got damn close to those threads drilling.
That was the idea.
Like, damn close.
That was the idea.
Nice job on the bushings, babe.
You're welcome.
I can't get my camera lens, please. Oh, there we go. So the keen-eyed among you will notice there's kid burped. There's now a crank bolt threaded all the way in. The threads feel loose as hell, unsurprisingly. We'll see if we get away with this.
Yep.
However, do we want to do red Loctite?
No.
Do we want to weld it?
No. I don't own any red Loctite exactly for the reason of temptation coming out occasionally.
This is because like as soon as you get,
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
as soon as you get, all right, that's good. That's probably still original thread there. This is probably where we drilled. It's also inconsistent feeling, even though I ran the tap in and out a bunch of times, but.
Well, that's why. The tap's always cut.
I'm aware. However, we have threads, bolt go in. Whoa. Caveman noises.
That's also a used bolt, not the new one.
Oh, this is the used one?
Yeah.
I thought this was the new one.
Nope. The new one is right here. Look at how fancy and new it is.
It doesn't look too different. Okay.
Yeah, but that one's worn. You can tell.
Sweet. Okay. It is clean. We test fit the sprocket. It's got a good bit of wiggle. Not a crazy amount of wiggle, but a good bit. Good bit of wiggle. I think it's 660 territory. I don't think it's blue Loctite territory. I feel it in my bones.
Okay, 660 means it's going to be really together.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Right?
Yeah.
This is the mood right now. That sticker in particular. I have spun the motor over, and we get to see for the first time how my keyway does not look like a keyway.
Honestly, that's nowhere near the worst I've seen.
And the gouge I put in the crank by accident.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, all right, I gotta clean that out. Ooh. Ooh.
Riffler files.
You got all
Courtesy
the
of
fun
Earthshine.
stuff. Yeah.
Actually, no, Earthshine left these for us.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Shine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are real cores.
After a good bit of fighting, the crank seal is out. It really did not want to come out, but, you know, forcing a screw of some kind in there and prying on it with the trim popper is what did it. We have a new, genuine Mazda one. And I have a bit of cleanup work to do there. It's all the dust from the old keyway getting mangled. Yippee. So we put the crank seal in
With the pretty purple tool.
with the pretty purple tool. And we did a dry fit of everything. I've surgically cleaned everything. The timing belt is here. We have Loctite products there. The new bolt is here. Those are there. They gotta go there.
Do you want me to film?
If you want.
I can film some of you.
How do you apply, what's the trick for applying the 660?
You just put it on there.
Am I like laying a bead in the keyway?
Yeah, you want it to fill the gap?
Is this a new one?
Huh, maybe not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just fucking go to town on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fill it in so that it'll fill the gap. You don't want to like fill it, but you want it to fill the gap
Oh,
at
it's
least.
going up. This is probably way too much.
Yeah, it's something's going to squish out. It'll be fine.
You want to explain the reasoning behind the 660?
So Loctite 660 was designed by Loctite to repair damaged keyways in machinery shafts.
Which is what we're doing.
Which is literally exactly what we're
should
doing.
I apply a little in the thing I fucked up?
That doesn't matter. You
I'm
can't.
just gonna put it there for posterity.
Okay.
Do I coat this by hand? Like just...
You can if you want to use that for it. I use the 243 for that space, but it is
I
up
think
to you.
it's 660 territory with the amount of play we were feeling.
Okay. And make sure to get the back wall.
It's gonna smush against it, no?
Yeah, a little bit, but you want to make sure it's on there.
So I'm gonna just use my fingers.
Yeah, get a nice coat on there.
It's my first time doing this.
Mm-hmm. This is my 7th crankshaft keyway fix.
One might say that's too many.
It's fine.
One might say that's like an insane
7th
amount.
motor. I've done one of them twice. Not because the fix failed, it's because the main seal didn't take, and I had to take it all back apart because the main seal leaked way too much.
It looks like glitter glue.
It basically is.
Are we deeming that good and acceptable, or should I put more?
I'd say that looks good and acceptable.
There was quite a bit of wiggle.
Yep, it should be good.
Just a little a little more.
Okay.
Press it.
Just massage it in.
Just massage it in.
Massage it in.
Okay. Let me cap this.
To make sure that the key is where it needs to be. We don't want to rotate this too much, so try and get it mostly lined up.
I believe I am mostly lined up.
So I suppose you could rotate it to make sure everything's nicely coated. And these are not woodruff keys, as you can see. They are a regular key with a slight chamfer on the one end.
It's not gonna. There we go.
Get it in there good. Make sure it's pushed all the way up against the right-hand side there.
You see all of its smush.
Yep, and then now you got to fill up that left side some
Yeah,
more.
there's quite a bit of gap
Space,
there.
gap there. Yep,
Shoot.
that's
Did
fine.
that go good enough on that?
No, it's just, that's where it is.
Did it squirt all out the back?
Probably.
Oh, that's so bad for the
It'll be fine.
seal.
There you go. Nice. Okay.
Should I pull off that excess?
No, because you want it on the front face between the sprocket and the
Well,
plate.
there's like a good bead. I just put.
Yes, so spread that around the face of the socket, the sprocket, and on the crankshaft there.
You want it on the sprocket? What is
The face of the sprocket, because they're all surfaces that need to hold friction. Don't spin the sprocket backwards.
Did I?
You were pushing it. Yeah, only rub that way from now on. So a nice good layer there, a nice good layer on the crankshaft.
Okay.
Okay, now put the, then you got to put the timing belt on.
I feel like I need more on the crank.
Probably. That's what she said. And you got it on the front face of the socket, or the sprocket?
Yeah, I just rubbed it a bunch on there.
Okay, now put the plate on.
I need the crank, or the,
Yes, put the
belt.
timing belt on. Just kind of hold it up out of the way.
Oh, it's gonna be such a bitch.
Yep, it's going to be right in the way.
Oh, it's gonna be so in the way. What the fuck?
Yep. Just kind of leave it in there. Don't worry about it.
Making sure I have this pressed tightly.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have to put the phone down because you need 243 on the bolt.
Yeah, I didn't do that, did I?
Nope, I'm going to put the phone down for a second. What? I didn't know you'd used that style bottle before.
Put a good bit. I'm gonna put a real good bit.
Don't put... Yeah. Actually, you could probably put more than that.
I don't trust our,
Yeah, the threads are a little looser than we'd like, but they'll be fine.
Yeah, put a little more.
Is she in 5th gear?
Yes.
Okay.
More the merrier with the Loctite.
Yeah.
And then you cross thread it so it stays
So it
extra
stays
good.
extra good, yes.
These threads are deep as hell. It's just eating it.
Yep. You're not going to need it that far back on the bolt.
It's just for
Extra insurance.
just
Okay.
for making us feel good.
Okay.
It's gonna take 85 years to cure.
It'll be fine. No, it's anaerobic. It'll be fine.
It does aerobics?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it so anaerobic means it cures in the absence of oxygen.
So it'll never cure without...
No. Well, I mean, it'll
with
dry
oxygen.
out, but it doesn't cure properly.
Huh. Today I learned.
Yep.
It's fine. There's no wiggle on that if you saw a wiggle.
Don't worry about it.
No, you didn't. it tightens up a good bit as we go in.
Yep.
And that's that?
Yep.
All right, now I gotta torque it.
125
And by
foot-pounds.
I mean my strap on.
The strap on, the good torque wrench.
So I don't really have to hold this.
No, because the bolt's going to try and...
We're set to 125, which is probably a bit too much.
Yeah, but these bigger bolts can take it.
Oh boy, I'm so nervous about those threads.
They'll be fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Forgot how much 125 foot-pounds is. I've
So-
been working in Newton meters.
It's almost as much as you weigh.
Jeez. It really is. Oh my god.
Yeah, you may need me to do it.
No, I got this. I do this shit professionally.
You do.
Oh, right, that's not attached.
Perfect.
Should I give it the one more for,
You can. Perfect. And now we leave it be. We don't touch it for 24 hours. Congratulations. Nicely done.
Let's hope we unfucked the fuckery that is this car. New water pump is in. God, that install process is so stupid. You have to, like, stick the gasket to the back of it, hope it doesn't fall off, while snaking these pipes around the side, getting the one O-ring into this, while putting this behind the alternator bracket. And then you gotta hope the gasket's in the right place. It's so stupid. Kit's like, yeah, they took a front-wheel drive engine and made it rear-wheel drive. Like, it's not transverse anymore. And I'm like, yeah, every part of this process screams that's what they did. Also, it's a cast impeller water pump. I don't even remember if I mentioned that or showed it, but it's in there. It's not coming the fuck back out, hopefully. Hopefully. Knock on wood. Done a lot more reassembly. The motor's in time. I cleaned everything. I have a new Mazda genuine fancy schmancy timing cover where you can actually see the marks. Go figure. It's actually quite nice. I think it was like 40 bucks. Totally feels like a $40 part. Very nice, Mazda. It's another day. Again. Put more shit back together. All of the timing covers are on. I love the new one. I dislike how it doesn't match, but yes, I clean them anyway. Yes, it's still gonna bother me. But look, timing marks. Yippee! Now it's just marathoning, putting everything back together. She's getting there. She's almost back together. Also, wouldn't this be like a killer tattoo on your ass cheek? Got the radiator in, and I just want to take a moment to show you why sometimes shelling out the extra few dollars for OE parts is better. This is, I think, a Rock Auto Daco hose, maybe?
Something like that.
Something like that. And if you recall, the spring clip here did not work. And if you notice, that is because A, the hose is too large diameter-wise, outer diameter. And then the angle it was sitting at did not allow the clamp to clamp properly. This is an OE genuine Mazda one that I bought. And it is the proper size around and sits in line, so you won't have stupid issues like that. And I can't tell you how many times I've run into stupid issues like that. And it's like you're trying to get the car back together and you don't realize till you're there. And then you're like, fuck, now I gotta buy double the parts. And I can't even use this because it's shit. That's my rant.
Yep.
Like, buy OE when you can. It'll save your ass. It will save your sanity. That is all. And wow, Look at that. No fitment issues. Fits perfectly. Wow. Goodbye. Point proven, perhaps? And that's the second time I've run into this issue on this car. Second hose. The other one, I want to say it was the lower hose, or that side hose, just was not at all the correct part or shape. And just like that, she is back together. My body is a machine that turns broken, unsalvageable cars into unbroken, slightly less shitty cars. However, the garage is a mess. I'm gonna have to clean that later. Ugh.
The soft, gentle ticking of a Miata.
Is this even gonna come across on camera? She's cold. She's shivering. Done. We're sitting here watching a pot boil, waiting for the thermostat to open. It's so cold. It's not open yet. It's been so long. The fans haven't even come on. Okay, timing has been set. She is now idling, very happy. Adjusted the idle air. I've also put the sticker, which means the timing belt job is officially done and over with, hopefully. This is the first time our hood's been down since October.
Yeah.
Yeah, test drive time. We are out in Toni. It's so stupid. Giant hole in the resonator. Giant, massive hole in the resonator. She seems to be doing okay. She seems to have consistent timing this time around. That's good. I'm gonna pass this camera. It keeps going. Holy shit. Oh, that was so fast. I didn't know how fast. Third gear goes out to...
Yeah, pretty quick.
Whoops. I just wanted to bang into fourth, but it kept going.
Yeah.
Oops. What was I saying? She's doing good. She's doing great even.
She pulls pretty good.
She does pull pretty good. I'm not too displeased. It's weird to be driving my own Miata again, not one of Kit's. It still kind of feels like your car, because it's Miata shaped, but you know.
Yeah.
I know where we're going. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
I know where we're going. Do you know where we're going?
Probably Five Guys.
It's so Five Guys.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna spend $18,000 on a burger.
And a shake.
Oh, but ooh, look at that Subaru.
Right?
Film that. Hello.
Hello,
That
friend.
thing rocks, dude. Yeah, second gen legacy. Oh. I need to fix mine. That's a problem for another day. We're going to find it.
Okay.
If you need to take a loan out on a burger, it's a damn good burger, you know? You film out over the headlights. Through my dirty windshield.
It's so dirty. It's like your camera lens.
Alright. It's on brand at least. Oh, so many things in the suspension and steering need to be fine-tuned. That's a problem for another day. She's running, baby. Oh, yeah, it's real floaty in the back right corner.
Yeah.
That shock isn't doing anything.
No.
Oh my god, it was just pure spring. I loaded that corner up and it was like, nah. There it is.
The sunset behind it.
There it is. In the parking lot we met in.
It happens.
We met at a car meet here.